Silence. The loudest sound when the world decides to forget you. In that silence, the mind screams, the heart bleeds, and the soul begins to transform. Most people don't understand. Loneliness isn't the end. It's the battlefield where strength is born. They think isolation destroys. And yes, it does. It destroys the illusions, the masks, the comfort. But what remains after the destruction is truth. The truth about who you are and who you can become. When everyone walks away, when love turns to absence, when every smile turns to silence in front of your pain, that's the moment something powerful awakens inside. A force the world cannot see, but destiny can feel. Do you remember the day you finally realized no one was coming to save you? The day you understood that the help you were waiting for would never come? That was the moment something changed inside you. That empty stare in the mirror wasn't weakness. It was the birth of something new. Every human carries two versions within, the one that seeks acceptance and the one that's born from rejection. When the world closes its doors, God, or destiny, opens a window inside your soul, not to show you the way, but to force you to create your own. Rejection isn't punishment. It's the most brutal and wise teacher you'll ever meet. It teaches with silence, burns your ego, erases fake confidence, and lights up the real fire. Loneliness is the training ground of forgotten kings. It's where crownless warriors learn to fight without applause. While the world laughs, you learn to endure. While others sleep, you build. While they mock you, you stay silent and keep going. And when time passes, and it always does, they'll look at you and ask, "How did you do it?" And you'll smile, because you know the answer is hidden in every night you cried alone, in every morning you rose with no motivation. But still, you kept going. Deep down, there's a voice. Soft, almost imperceptible, but constant. It whispers, "It's not over. Get up. You still haven't shown who you are." That voice doesn't come from outside. It's the echo of your soul, the last spark that survives after everything collapses. And that voice, it separates those who quit from those who are reborn, because those who have been broken know how to rebuild. Those who have been forgotten learn not to depend on applause, and those who have lost everything are no longer afraid to start again. Think about it. Diamonds are born under pressure. Gold is purified in fire. And the strongest souls are born from pain. So if today you're alone, if the world seems to have turned its back on you, remember, you are being forged. What looks like loss is transformation. What feels like loneliness is preparation. One day it will all make sense, but only to those who endured the silence without giving up. There comes a moment when the pain stops being pain, when it becomes fuel, when the loneliness that once broke you becomes your sanctuary. You start realizing that silence isn't your enemy, it's your forge. You begin to feel comfortable being alone, because now the voices that used to drown you are gone. You start building, slowly, painfully, relentlessly. You wake up before dawn, not because someone told you to, but because something inside you refuses to sleep. Every repetition in the gym, every page you read, every scar you hide, they all whisper the same truth. You are rising, not for revenge, not to prove anyone wrong, but because you finally understand you don't need their validation anymore. The greatest battles are never fought outside. They happen in the shadows of your own mind. You will face the voices that tell you to quit, the memories that remind you of your failures, and the doubts that scream louder than your dreams. But here's the truth. You can't silence them by ignoring them. You silence them by acting. Every time you move forward, every time you show up, even when you're exhausted, You prove them wrong. The war inside never truly ends. But warriors don't wait for peace. They learn to fight in chaos. They learn to rise in darkness. You start rebuilding your life quietly. You don't announce your goals anymore. You just do the work. You stop posting your pain online. You stop begging for attention because you understand that no one truly cares, and that's your advantage. They think you're done. They think you disappeared. But in reality, you're becoming something unstoppable. Every day, you're stacking bricks of discipline, layers of patience, and walls of resilience. You're not who you used to be. You're not broken anymore. You're becoming unbreakable. And then one morning, something shifts. You wake up and for the first time, you don't feel lost anymore. The pain that used to define you is now your armor. The tears that used to drown you have turned into fire. The darkness that once scared you now bows before you. You've become something the old you could never imagine. Calm, powerful, disciplined, unshakable. People will notice. They'll say, "You've changed." And you'll simply nod, because they'll never understand what it took to become this version of yourself. You had to die to be reborn. You had to lose everything to find what truly matters. And now, you walk differently. You breathe differently. You move with purpose. Because you've been through hell and came back carrying fire. When you stop running from your pain, something incredible happens. It starts running from you. Pain only controls those who fear it. Once you face it, once you accept it, it loses its power. You begin to realize that pain is not punishment. It's permission. Permission to grow, to evolve, to rebuild yourself stronger than before. You don't avoid discomfort anymore. You search for it. Because you know that the easy road leads nowhere, but the hard one, that's where greatness is forged. Your hands shake, your muscles burn, your mind screams, but your soul smiles. Because deep down, you know you're transforming. Discipline, that's the word they fear the most. Because discipline means freedom. It means you no longer move based on emotion. You move based on purpose. You wake up even when you don't want to. You train even when you're tired. You work even when no one's watching. You become dangerous, not because of anger, but because of consistency. The world is full of people who start, but only a few finish. And those who finish, those who endure the fire, those who walk through darkness without losing their soul, they become unstoppable. You're not looking for motivation anymore. You've become motivation itself. You stop talking about your dreams. You stop trying to explain your vision, because real strength doesn't make noise. It makes moves. You disappear for a while, and the world forgets you. But in silence, you build an empire. The nights are long, the sacrifice is heavy, but you don't complain. Because every sleepless night is a brick in your foundation. When they finally see you rise, they'll call it luck. But you'll know, it was discipline. It was darkness. It was the pain they ran from that built the version of you that they now admire. You realize something powerful. You never needed the world's approval. You were never meant to blend in. You were meant to stand out, to shine from within the shadows. All your life, you thought the darkness was your enemy. But now you see, it was your teacher. It taught you patience. It taught you silence. It taught you control. Now when storms come, you don't run. You walk through them. You move like someone who has nothing to prove, because your existence itself is proof. They will try to understand you. They will try to label you. But they can't, because you don't fit in a box anymore. You burned the box. And then one day, without realizing it, you've become everything you once dreamed of being. Not because life got easier, but because you got stronger. The same darkness that once swallowed you, you now command it. You wear it like armor. You move through it like a king through his kingdom. You've risen, not into light, but above it. Because true power isn't about escaping the dark, it's about mastering it. And as you stand there, looking at the horizon, you finally understand. The rise was never about the world seeing you. It was about you seeing yourself for the first time, as you truly are. Unbreakable, unstoppable, reborn in the dark. Every soul that rises must first be broken. Every warrior who conquers must first be defeated. Life doesn't test you to destroy you. It tests you to reveal you. It strips away your excuses, your comfort, your illusions. And when there's nothing left to lose, you find out who you truly are. That's when the fire inside you awakens. That's when you stop asking, "Why me?" and start saying, "Try me." You begin to understand pain isn't the enemy. Weakness is. And every time you choose to fight instead of fold, you bury your old self deeper into the ashes of who you used to be. You've fallen enough times to realize falling doesn't mean failing. It means learning. Every scar on your body, every memory that hurts, every moment that broke you, those were not signs of defeat. They were the proof of your resurrection. You didn't survive the darkness by chance. You were chosen by it. Because only the chosen ones can carry that kind of pain and still walk forward. Now you see, you never really escaped the darkness. You became it. You became the storm, the flame, the silence that walks between chaos and creation. You're not running anymore. You're rising. To those still lost in the dark, listen closely. You think you're alone, but you're not. You think your pain makes you weak, but it's the only thing keeping you alive. Your pain is your calling. It's the whisper that says, "Rise." The world will never hand you strength. You have to take it. You have to earn it with every breath, every failure, every night you choose to keep going when your heart says stop. The darkness doesn't hate you. It's shaping you. It's carving the version of you that the light could never create. So if you're listening now, if you're standing at the edge, ready to give up, don't. Not yet. Because one day, you'll look back at this moment and you'll realize this was the day you started to rise. When you walk through the world now, you carry a different presence, a calm one, a dangerous one. You no longer chase people. You no longer beg for validation. You no longer need to prove your worth. Because the darkness already did that for you. It baptized you in fire. It burned away everything fake. And what remains now is something the world can't understand. Purity through pain. You've become the embodiment of endurance, the proof that storms don't last forever, but warriors do. When they see you now, they won't recognize you, but they'll feel something, a quiet fear and an even quieter respect. Because deep down, they'll know. You walked through hell and came back holding the flames. And so, here you stand, not broken, not defeated, but reborn. You no longer belong to the world of the weak. You've earned your place among the few, those who rise when others fall. The darkness was never a curse. It was a mirror, showing you who you could become if you refused to quit. Now the world will test you again, but you'll smile, because you know you've already faced the worst part of yourself, and you survived. Every day is another rise. Every breath, another chance to prove that you were built for this. You are not here to shine in light. You are here to create light from the depths of shadow. You are not just alive. You are awake. And as the world sleeps, you rise in darkness.